I'ma press play every time.
The funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. Hey, the funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. The funny don't stop shows. The funny don't stop. Hey.
My name is Halo Thomas, and you're listening to the Funny Don't Stop Show.
Before we get going, we gotta give a big round of applause for our sponsor, Ciroc. Give it up for Diddy and Ciroc.
Hey!
Thank you, Diddy.
Come on.
Dum.
Absolutely. Hey, Diddy, we are drinking responsibly. Which camera are we on? We on right there? Yes, we are speaking. We are drinking responsibly, Diddy. That new black raspberry got us lit every single week. And we can't drink on camera because that's just the procedure here. But we went through a half a bottle about an hour ago, right? Right, y'all?
We just had a little parking lot party.
It's lit.
Little parking lot.
It's lit.
Tailgating.
What is that? Okay. We good. All right, so Savvy, how was your week, man? Talk to us.
Man, my week was pretty good, man. I had a dope little weekend, man. It, like as usual, bro, it goes by too goddamn fast, man.
It does.
But it's dope, man. I'm here to see another one, man. Got a lot of hot stuff to talk about, so I was anxious waiting on this Tuesday to come around, bro.
Isn't it kind of cool though, you guys, that like now that we have this radio show, it's like 6 days before we see each other every week?
Yeah.
It actually is cool because you get to vent every week off of what happened, what you saw, what happened in the news. You know, like me as a stand-up comic, obviously you as a stand-up comic, Savvy, we have an outlet on a weekly basis, 2-3 times a week to just get stuff off our chest. Like I've always told people, comedy is literally like my therapy.
Mm-hmm. Same here, bro.
Like I could have a bad day. I could be going through shit at the house. The kids and the wife, they could all be driving me crazy. But I could get on stage and talk about my feelings, my life, and get stuff off my chest. It's like
therapy.
It's like going to a 3-hour massage.
Well, shit.
With a very happy ending.
Well, hello.
We like happy endings.
Sign me up for that.
Absolutely.
Any damn time.
So, Dara, what was your week like? Talk to us.
It was good. It flew by really fast. Actually, I got my mom coming to town tonight. Right after the show, I got to dip out and go pick her up. Hi, Mom.
Hey, Mom.
She's
Is your
on
mom
her way.
listening?
No, she's not. She's going to be flying in, but she'll watch this video after, though.
She'll see us on YouTube.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
YouTube.
YouTube.
Oh, my God.
YouTube. That's funny.
Who comes up with this stuff? Fucking brilliant.
But why do I feel like there really is a YouTube? And if there's not, somebody needs to make that happen. Is there a YouTube?
Well, I made a shirt that says YouTube.
Well, you better copyright that shit.
Yep.
Because don't let a rich Jew hear you say that.
Yeah,
that's just going to be up tomorrow.
It's already copyrighted.
Is it
Second
really?
It came out the mouth, it's already copyrighted.
I'm sure
somebody has already copyrighted that.
I'm sure.
Because that's too simple and brilliant. YouTube.
Yep.
YouTube.
All things Jewish.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That would
like
be huge.
New York.
New York. Exactly.
I say New Yorkers. My whole family's, when people are like, oh, you sound you're born in New York. And I'm like, I wasn't born in New York. My whole entire family's from New York. I was born in Hollywood, Florida, but I sound like my dad. I adopted his New Yorker accent. I always say that.
So what do you consider yourself? Like when people talk to you?
A Floridian New Yorker.
Floridian New Yorker.
They all migrate either to South Florida, Boca Raton, or, South Florida, Miami, either Miami, Boca, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, or...
So you kind of get the best of both worlds because being a comedian that's done this whole country, I've done tons of shows in South Florida. I've done tons of shows up there in the East, but I noticed, like, I'm a baseball fan. So in baseball, everybody knows there's spring training, right?
Yes.
And there's a reason why is this thing called the Grapefruit League and there's the Cactus League, right?
Okay.
So the New York Yankees, they have their spring training down in Tampa.
Right.
The Dodgers used to be in Vero Beach for years.
Right.
Like the Mets are in Jupiter, Florida. All that. So all the East Coast people that are dealing with 20 inches of snow, they get to go down and lay out butt naked on their decks and stuff like that. So that has to be great being somebody that lived in New York but also living in South Florida. How do y'all work that?
You just adapt. you just when you move, you adapt. Like, how does it work? I mean, I don't even, what do you mean, like, by that question?
When I say how does it work, like, do you spend half your year up in the cold, and then you be like, oh my God, spring is here, I'm getting out of New York so I can go work on my tan?
Some do. Some family members used to do that, but my family just moved to Florida and just stayed there.
Oh,
After,
they just
yeah, my
relocated.
parents, they moved there and they brought all the kids down and then they popped me out down there.
What made them move to Florida of all the places? What was they?
The weather. I'm guessing.
The weather. The weather.
I'm always hearing New Yorkers. That is the number one reason why they do it.
The weather,
Okay.
work, you know?
Okay.
The weather and work brought them there.
And a lot of New Yorkers, I heard, they go down there for vacation, and they love it so much they just
They
end
get
up,
caught up in the timeshares, and
and you
people
end up
saying,
living there.
hey.
The
Timeshares?
golf courses are amazing.
Yeah, that's huge. in Florida.
I mean, it is. I'm saying, that's why people from New York moved to.
No.
I was going to say, really? I'm like, we
people-
didn't have that.
No. Sometimes people get caught
Like,
up in
that's
the whole timeshare thing. Like, yo, the property is cheap.
Yeah.
People present them real estate. That's like really huge in Florida.
Yeah.
Right. And plus, if you're a golfer, right, me being a huge golfer, if you live in New York, you live in Boston, you live in Connecticut or whatever, you can really only golf like 6 months out the year. You know what I mean? So
Right.
they really look forward
They
to
do.
going down, I'm a little upset, though, right now. This is so off the subject, but I'm
What?
mad that I'm not getting any damn internet. I can't get on my Instagram Live. My Facebook's not
Mine
coming on. So
tripping, too.
I'm kind of really upset about that. But the show must go on, and we still got our cameras going. So,
By the way, Doc, do I need a popper? For
Do you need
my
a
mic?
popper?
A little
Yeah.
popper for the mic?
You want something in your mouth?
No. Do you want Would you like something in your mouth, Doc?
Hey, I'm happy. We're having fun of them.
This is when the fuck you.
Come on, this is what
The
we
fuck
do.
you chiming in? You're supposed to be running the fucking boards. The fuck you doing even talking? You're not one of the hosts. We got 4 hosts on the show. We got me, Alex, Savvy, and Sed. Since when the hell are you fucking chiming in?
Doc is a big
Doc
part
hit-
of the
Fall
machine.
back, bro.
Doc hit a button. Doc, I think you hit a spot.
Right, I
You hit
did.
a spot, and you ain't even touched it.
But I love it.
He wants his 15 minutes of fucking fame right now.
We need that. Finish tell us about your mom, though. Tell
But no,
us.
my mom's coming to town. I'm so excited. I'm going to go
Yeah.
pick her up right after the show. So as soon as we're done, she lands at 10 o'clock at Burbank.
She lives in Burbank?
No, I'm picking her up at Burbank Airport.
Okay, what is your mom like? Did you
She's
learn a
so
lot
cool.
from your mom? Or
She is my angel. She is my little spiritual guidance. She is the grounding root of the family.
Y'all look alike?
We do. We have the same cheekbones and we have the same boobs. It's really funny. It's so weird. I'm not kidding you guys. You guys think I'm joking, but what's up to my brother Jupac in the building? He just signed on.
Jupac. What up, Jupac?
What up, Jupac? And it's so weird because I said to my mom, I said that last time that she came to visit me, and we're when we could get undressed in front of each other, and I said, "Oh my God, Mom." She goes, "What?" And I'm like, I know what my tits are going to look like when I get older. We have the same boobs. Like, we share the same bra. We have the same bra set. It's so weird.
Oh, so you guys are like
And
close
my
in
brother
size.
just said she's the coolest chick ever. My mom is the coolest chick ever. She went to a Snoop show.
Your parents still married?
Yeah, they're still married.
That's really cool.
God bless my mom. I'm just kidding. Dad, I love you. He's going to watch this video.
Well, I'm pretty sure your dad knows what you guys' tits look like.
Hers, not,
When you say?
hers, not mine now, but maybe when I was a baby. But, when he was wiping my ass, you know what it looked like. Other than that. How was your week, Alex?
My week has been great, man. You know what I mean? I'm just so excited about this show, you guys. You don't understand. Like, I'm just blessed that this team came together the way it did. I mean, everybody knows this is what, our 6th week together now?
Yeah.
6 weeks? 5th week.
I thought it was 5th.
5th week. 6th week, because too short
No,
last
but
week.
but on air.
Well, yeah,
six.
we just call it 6.
Oh, shit, no, it is 6.
Absolutely. And I want to give a big shout out to Too Short for
What up,
being
Too
our
Short?
guest last
Coming
week.
through last week. It was
That-
live.
Come on, man. It was live as hell. We had E40 call in, and that was a great show. So it's just getting better every week. And I want to give a shout out to all the people out there that have been watching us on YouTube. We're going to keep those subscribers going up to you guys. If you missed the show, just check us out in the following week. All you got to do is go to YouTube, and you will just go to the Funny Don't Stop show. Check out the show and just laugh your ass off. All the
Oh,
truck
my mom just
drivers.
landed in Vegas.
Who's that?
Mom goes, just landed in Vegas.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
Your daughter is surrounded by a whole lot of black people.
Oh, she's used to that. We all know them. They know their
Show
daughter.
us Savvy, too. Show us the new black guy. There you go. Hey,
Listen,
hi,
Mom.
Mom.
Look at all this chocolate.
We're really nice Negroes. We don't bite. We don't bite.
They know their daughter's dating a black man. Let's see, they're used
And
to
we're
this since I
sharing
was a kid.
Ciroc with your daughter, so, yeah.
I was just talking about that with my dad yesterday, as a matter of fact. He's like, man, our family's like the United Color of Benetton.
Right. No, you know what's so cool, though? I forgot that I was just headed that way. All the people that are following us worldwide, you don't know how much we appreciate that. Every week, we are getting calls from Maine
And
to
Greece.
Spain, from Greece to Nice, from Chicago to Kilago.
Man.
They are calling us. You don't. I know I sounded like a pimp.
I thought you was gonna say the other one.
Which one?
From the Big Apple to the pineapple.
Yeah, the Big Apple to the pineapple.
Wow, he's just
That is pimp talk. That is New York to Hawaii.
Yeah.
That's how they say it. Hawaii. Not Hawaii, Hawaii. From the Big Apple to the pineapple. If you knew better, you do better.
Oh, that classic
A
right
bitch
there.
with no instructions is headed for self-destruction. Hoe up or blow up, bitch. As you can tell, I watch a lot of Pimps Up, Host Down.
Oh yeah, I love that. That's one
Shout
of my
out to
favorites.
Bishop Magic Don Juan, church,
Bishop.
tabernacle.
Church.
tabernacle.
So, Sed, how was your week, man? I know you always have an interesting week. What you got going on, man?
Crazy week, man. I got actually one of my tooth pulled in the back. So my
You got one of your teeth pulled for real?
Man, I got stitches in my mouth as we speak. But
You a
I'm
gangster.
soldiering
Dirty.
it through.
You like Kanye?
Yeah.
He did a whole album with his mouth wired.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. I feel
Just
like
through the
Kanye.
wire, right?
Yeah.
I feel like
He did it
Kanye.
through the wire, too, literally.
Literally.
Through
the wire.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you on drugs right now?
Yeah, I'm actually on antibiotics.
He's like, I'm high right now.
Oh, you're nice.
And I'm on Norco and ibuprofen right
Oh
now.
wow, you're a Norco. Wow, look at this guy.
Yeah.
Wow, you are a
How
drug
much you sell
addict.
one of them
I'm
folk,
like-
dog?
Yeah. So
We buy them in the
Something
hood
to
all day.
I am so good right now. Shout outs to Brown's Napa Valley Winery. I'm wearing that hat today.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Only one black-owned winery vineyard in all of Napa Valley.
Oh wow.
Big round of applause for that. That's you.
Yeah, so it's called.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, it's called Brown's. It's actually a famous black surgeon that retired.
Okay.
Very cool.
Him and his wife bought the house.
Okay.
And
where the vineyard was.
where the vineyard is.
Okay.
The land actually obviously came with the property.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't interested in owning the vineyard or even producing wine.
Mm-hmm.
So for the longest, they just outsourced the grapes and let other companies develop wine. So they
Right,
didn't
right,
even
right.
make wine there. They just actually
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
they just own the property.
that's really dope.
Redid the house and bought the land. And recently, that's good about kids and second generation.
Mm-hmm.
The kids were like, hey, all of these famous wine companies are using our grapes
Right.
to actually make wine. We should actually look into making wine ourselves.
Can I ask you a question? How do you claim your grapes? How you know your grapes are different than the grapes across the street?
It's the region, man.
It's the region.
Yeah, it's the region. That's why Napa Valley is what Napa Valley is.
No,
It's
exactly.
actually where it's placed on the sea level, humidity, all
Right.
of those things play a part in what makes good grapes and why certain parts of different cities or countries
Right.
make great grapes.
Well, you know what? One week, if you could either have them down here or have us do a little wine tasting here in the
I was just
studio,
gonna say,
would you like that?
I love red wine.
And what about you, Savvy? Will you
I
drink
love
some
it,
wine?
man.
Is
Oh,
it bad that it
definitely,
can-
bro. You done spoiled us with those rolled up sandwiches or whatever.
Yeah.
Roll up.
Like who's next? Who
Shit,
got next?
man, if you bringing wine next, I'm with it, bro.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, they don't let us eat and drink in the studio. That's why, we're
Parking
happy.
lot.
Yeah, we gotta get real ghetto with it and drink in the cars outside before
Right.
we get in here.
Right.
So the wine, all we gotta do is get here about 30 minutes early.
Yeah.
And then we can do that. So we're gonna get straight into it today, man. I'm every single week. My girl Dara right here, she has a funny little segment called What the Fuck? And it's always something interesting. So coming from the mind of Dara, what do you have for us, Dara?
I have some really important news for you guys.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay.
So yesterday at the LAX, the LAX airport, they found 5 suitcases that were abandoned and all taped up. Can you make sure I'm talking to the mic? So
Yeah.
there was 5 suitcases abandoned, all taped up. And they found exotic African redfoot turtles. There was about 250 turtles inside the suitcase.
The hell?
Exotic African redfoot turtles. And the street value is like $500,000 in Tokyo.
Wow, that's more than cocaine and heroin.
I mean,
Yeah, for a turtle?
turtles.
Did
So now
El-
we just want to know, like, what the fuck, what is the whole reason for this turtles? We don't know if you're making earrings.
Well, let me ask you, does El Chapo have anything to do with this? Because, I mean, like, damn, the turtle business, you think cocaine and heroin's a big deal? Shoot, turtles might be coming to the hood,
Turtle
Savvy.
business. Hey, not unless they smuggling crack in the shell or some shit. I don't know what the fuck going
Hey,
on.
well, Frank Lucas put it in caskets.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That might be
yeah.
the new thing to
They might
smuggle
be
your
putting
cocaine.
smuggle that shit in the
don't
turtle
know.
shell, huh?
Absolutely.
You never know.
But, I think I heard something about that. They said something like it's a huge market. And
Yeah.
from what I heard about it, it was coming from Hong Kong, I think.
Yes.
And they confiscated the bags at LAX, but the people weren't there. So I guess they felt they were going to get busted, so they bounced on the bags.
They dodged.
Yeah, they dashed, but they said that the black market,
They just abandoned these turtles.
they
dashed.
abandoned the African
left.
redfoot turtle.
They're so cute. But like,
From the black market.
did you ever have a pet turtle?
I'm not going to lie, I'm black, and we did not have goddamn turtles.
I didn't either.
In fact, if
Oh,
you
wait, hold
black...
on. My brother just said he said 4 suitcases over 1,500 live turtles.
Wow.
Okay, thank
your
you.
Brother,
Sorry, I got it wrong.
Your brother had the turtle stats. Okay.
Thank you, Jess. That's my oldest brother back east.
We appreciate you for having the turtle stats.
Thank you, Jesse.
So, no, what's crazy is they said there's a black market for it. I'm thinking like, okay, but one thing they don't have to worry about, there is not going to be a black market in the black neighborhood.
No.
None
You
whatsoever.
ain't gonna see a brother walk up to the crack house and be like, hold up, so you telling me you out of cocaine, you out of heroin? Well, let me ask you something real quick. You got them redfoot black turtles?
I'll trade you 2 redfoot black turtles for my black turtle.
Right.
You got any redfoot black turtle?
I have an exotic African redfoot black turtle.
Right. Oh, you got 4 of them? Shit, I'll give you 400 right now. Like, there's no use for a turtle in the hood. I'm sorry. But anybody out there listening, if you're watching right now on YouTube, if you're listening, call us up 310-986-6610. If you have ever owned a turtle, if you have ever bought an African redfoot turtle on the black market. How crazy is that? An African redfoot turtle and it's being sold on the black market.
On the
No, that's
black
crazy.
market at that.
Wow.
That's so funny.
That's very interesting. What else you got for us, Dara?
That's one what the fuck. I have another what the fuck. Did you guys know that Trump said recently that what he's done more for the African Americans than any other president in history?
Oh,
Do you guys believe that?
First of all, that's
Tell
some
me, my
bullshit.
fellow brethren.
I know.
I would love to know, my fellow brothers.
I'm gonna let Sed start with that. Is that is that some bullshit?
Well, it could not be. You know what I mean? Because Dara, I actually heard that you've done more for the African American history than any
And how was
person
that?
in history.
And how was that, Sed?
No, I'm just joking.
Enlighten me.
I'm just joking, Dara. I'm just joking. No, seriously. No, I was having this conversation with a friend the other day.
Yeah.
And what I'm finding, and I know you guys are like probably tired of me constantly bringing this.
No, we're
topic
never
up.
tired. No. Wait,
Not at all.
let me interrupt you. Brother, you don't understand how much your opinion is valued
Wait,
here
what was he gonna even
on
say?
the Funny Don't Stop show. So feel free to always speak.
Okay.
All right?
This ties.
We
this
love you
ties-
for that.
I appreciate that.
All right,
Alex.
yeah.
Wait, what were you gonna say?
This ties directly into what I've been talking about ADOS, American Descendants of Slaves, right?
Okay.
So reason why I'm bringing that point up to answer your question straight to the answer is the number that they use to determine black statistics in America is a baked number because they are using immigrants that are black that come into America, whether that be Nigerians, Jamaicans, Indians. So there are several people that can check black off in the checkbox. So when he's talking about I've done great statistics in the black community, that's not speaking to the ADOS community. That's speaking to everybody that buys into checking black off on the checkbox. And I was talking about that on our third show on how the average income of a native African American here is $200 monthly.
Right.
That was crazy.
But the average income for a Nigerian is actually $100,000. So when you start talking about income inequality, and those numbers actually level out the numbers of poverty that we see for local descendants of African Americans. So when they say these numbers are great for black people in America, know that they're not just talking about native African Americans. And this is why it's so important to create that delineation between who actually is black and who is American descendants of slaves, because that's the numbers that's really bad.
And you know why? Because you said so.
You said so.
I haven't. And on that note,
Wait, before you go, I just want to say something about
Yes.
that, and then I want to hear what Savvy has to
Yes.
say. So basically, here's how I feel. I feel that President Obama left his legacy, and he did what he did for this country while he was in there for 8 years, right? I feel like Donald Trump is just getting what's the word I'm looking
the
for?
leftovers, he's picking up where he left off.
He's picking up where he left off. I think that, Obama put those things in place, and he's taking the credit, saying he's done more than any other president in the history of presidents. And I don't know exactly what Nixon did for brothers. I don't know exactly what Andrew Jackson did for brothers. I don't know. We have a couple ideas what Abe Lincoln did for brothers. But I don't know if that's true or false, but I can just see this man now that he's being indicted, and now that he's, got the world's coming out, he's just reaching for things to say as he's going down. But look what I've done for black people. No, dude, it ain't you. You're not the reason my cousin and my uncle and my homeboy have jobs now. I hate to say, I don't believe it. Somebody would have to show me some statistics to prove that. What do you feel, Savvy?
Well, man, I might be getting ready to show my ignorance a little bit, but I don't give a shit.
That's okay. You funny. Comedians, we're not the brightest people,
Exactly.
but we funny, though.
I ain't even going to sit here and pretend to be.
Hey.
But something that made me, now if I get too off subject, man, steer me in the right direction.
No, it's okay.
I remember I was on a radio show with a comedian, Earthquake.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, I'm just playing.
Oh, okay.
You're like, if I get up, no, okay, fix what you're saying.
Yeah, I was on I was on a radio show with a comedian, Earthquake.
Shout out to Earthquake.
Shout
That's
out to
my boy.
Earthquake. And he asked me a question. And he said, what has President Obama did for black people personally? And the first thing I said, well, first of all, the motherfucker killed Bin Laden. And he said, Earthquake said, yeah, but that wasn't personally for you.
Right.
So what did he do personally for you? And when he said that, I got stuck. So even though I'm willing to go out on a limb and call Trump a goddamn lie, but personally, Trump ain't did a motherfucking thing for me.
No, exactly.
I mean, not for me.
Yeah.
You know, now I don't know when Sed just explained when he mentioned for the black people, you know, because he just mentioned he's not talking about native African Americans. He could be talking about everybody that how did you just say it, Sed?
Everybody that can actually buy into being black.
Exactly.
Right.
So, me personally, I'm going to say Trump is a goddamn lie. He ain't did shit for me or nobody
exactly.
else.
And you know what I like to say? I know you guys heard, I think it's in the next, Sed, you probably got the facts for this, but I think in the next, by 2020, Harriet Tubman is about to be on the $20 bill. Did
Heard
you hear
about
that?
Yeah, that's been passed, but I fear that Donald Trump is going to
I think so.
reverse that.
If
He
he's
gonna try
still
to
in, though,
reverse that.
will he still
That'd
be
be
in,
great
Sed, or
if
is
she
he
was on
out?
there.
Is he out?
Man, he
Possibly.
he in right now, so you know you got to look at it based on what's going on right now.
Well, I like
hope
to give him a little credit, and this is how I put it. I say, well, man, somebody asked me that question too. But what exactly did Obama do for us? I'm like, first of all, we got Harriet Tubman about to be on the 20. I know he had something to do with it,
Yeah,
and
he
we
had
ain't never
to.
had no black folks on any type of money.
Right.
Now, here's the only problem I have. He didn't go all the way through with it, because I think James Brown should be on the 10. I'm sorry, and I think he didn't on the one, right? And I think Martin Luther King should be on the 100 because he kept it 100 with us, you know. And Tupac got to be on the 2. Can you imagine walking in the strip club with a pocket full of niggas? Do you know how amazing that would be?
Hilarious.
Times have changed.
Throwing twos at hoes.
Hey, but real talk, it was always a black person on the 2. That if a lot of people, I don't know how much y'all are connected to y'all great grandparents.
Come on, fact man.
Your grandparents and your great grandparents, but you black people back in the day, post slavery, used to keep $2 bills all the time.
That's true.
They're good luck.
Yeah, my grandmother used to give them to me.
Right?
Good luck.
They kept them as luck, and they were passing that on. But people post slavery, when they created the $2 bills, it's a hidden secret that an actual black man was on the back of a $2 bill.
Really?
Oh, real small, like
Yeah, now that I did know.
Yeah. Okay, all right.
That's crazy.
He was an extra. There was a crowd of white people. I know I saw that. And you see a little black ink spot.
Yeah, that's it.
I think his name was Donnell Jackson III.
Damn it, Alex.
So Dara, on the next.
okay,
I know you got one more. What the fuck?
Yeah, okay,
for
I
us.
got
Tell
one
us.
more what the fuck
Well,
for you guys.
You got a couple. So
I got okay. So
we got time.
I got one last one for you. Okay, or if you want to give me a couple, I'll do a couple. So
Yeah, do a couple.
Recently, I saw Savvy perform and do some stand up a couple weeks ago. Which, by the way, he fucking killed it.
Ooh.
Savvy, this guy over here on my left.
Savvy is absolutely hysterical.
Savvy, and it was at the Savoy. Savvy on Savoy. I don't know how to do it in that voice. But anyways, so we were talking after the show. We're like laughing, whatever. And I go to get in my car. And remember, so Savvy and I were talking shit. Do you remember the guy? He like turned around.
He
some
did
guy
like a
drove by.
360 U-turn in the middle of the street.
There was like
Okay.
no one out there. It was just me and Savvy, like no one out there. And this guy does this U-turn and like drives by us, and we're like, whatever. We didn't think anything of it, whatever. He gets in his car, he takes off. I get in my car, I take off. And the guy's car now pulls up behind me and follows me. We're both going the same direction. I go to make a right turn to get over to Manchester, and the guy's lights were off. and I said to him, I pulled down my passenger window, and I said, "Hey," I said, "turn on your lights." So the guy turns on his lights. He busts a right. He flips a U. He goes across, cuts across like 5 lanes across Manchester, pulls over fast as hell, like way ahead of me, pulls over because he knows I'm going to be driving up, and he gets out of the car, has his pants down to his ankles, and he's doing a fucking helicopter jerk in his ding-a-ling.
In traffic.
Yes, on the side of the road. He's like, ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling, ling-a-ling, ding-a-ling-ling.
Wow.
I swear to God, he was doing the helicopter. He's like, oh my God. And I'm driving by like this, like, and my windows are up at this point. I'm driving by like this, and I go, what the fuck? I'm like, bum, bum, bum. I'm hitting the horn, like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Do you understand how high you have to be to stand outside your car butt naked in traffic and jack off in the left turn lane?
It was a rainy
Was he
night.
jacking off in the left turn lane?
He was,
Bro, and not only that,
Not only
though.
that.
What kind of car was he in?
Not, was it you?
it was a white car.
It was an 82
Not only
Mazda.
that, though.
Not only that, go ahead, tell him, Savvy.
Here's the crazy thing about it, though. Dara calls me as if I'm supposed to go grab the nigga shit and put it back in his drawers.
Man, put your dick away.
I'm like, what the fuck you calling me for? She said, Savvy, some guy's flipping his dick. I'm like, what the fuck you want me to do?
I'm like, Savvy, you won't believe what just happened.
Yeah, I'm
This
like,
guy-
I'm supposed to go pull
That's
this
crazy.
nigga's pants up
I don't
and
know,
zip
but
his shit.
I just called him because I'm like, fuck, I'm like,
You just figured since Savvy's black, he might know it.
Yeah, like I'm like, hey, cuz, go ahead and put it up there. Put up your dick.
Like Savvy's gonna
too
walk
cold.
over. Damn, Troy, put that away, bro.
I know.
man?
He looked like a Troy.
He looked like
What?
a Troy.
There we go. What was she saying?
That shit was funny,
and
man.
honestly, it gave a whole nother meaning. It was on Manchester. Like now it fucked up. Like it gave Manchester a whole new definition of Manchester. When I'm on Manchester Boulevard, this man takes out his ding-a-ling and does a little flippity scoppity boobop.
Well, you know what you should have did? I'm just being honest. If I was a girl and I'm a comedian like you,
Yeah.
You're supposed to make a
you
joke.
should have videotaped that shit.
I was
and it would have went viral.
It would happen so
I
fast,
told her to
Alex.
do that.
I would have done. You know what?
It was a black dude. Was it a black dude?
It was.
Oh, okay. No problem.
He's like, God
He
damn.
was black. His ding-a-ling was flopping around. Golly jolly.
Give us one more what the fuck,
Okay,
Dara.
you guys want one more?
I love your what the fucks. It
Okay.
sparks the conversation.
Okay, you want another what the fuck?
Before you go there,
Okay, yes.
big shout out to everybody watching us live on our Instagrams, our Facebooks. If you call us, we will talk to you. 310-986-6610. You might hear something we talking about and you want to chime in. Please do that. Shout out to everybody that's just listening podcast-wise. But this is a radio show. The Funny Don't Stop Show. Okay, so give us Mike Phillips. What up? Okay, so what's up? Talk to me.
My brother goes, it's either the helicopter or the banjo.
That's hysterical.
Jordan, he's out of hand.
Give us another what the fuck.
All right, so another what the fuck is who created the dumb national like these dumb national holidays, like it's National Donut Day, it's
I
National
know.
Give a Hug to a Friend Day,
National
it's
Bring
National-
Your Puppy to Work Day.
And
And
yeah,
shit. Wait, hold
national-
up.
we have a caller.
We got a caller. Caller, what's up, man? What's your name? Where you from? Talk to us.
It's your boy Dino Brown, entertainer, and I was just calling in because
What
we're
up,
talking
Dino?
about Trump.
Talking about Trump?
Yeah,
We're talking about helicopters right now. We're talking about helicopter ding-a-ling swinging. And you're,
Everybody's talking about Trump.
Hey, but you know what? We want to hear what you got to
Go
say
ahead, go
about
ahead.
Trump, man. It's always good to hear about that motherfucking chump.
Yeah.
Right. So what I wanted to say is that it's very interesting that you bring him up
Yeah.
because what's happening in current day is reminiscent of in 1997 when they came out with the movie Wag the Dog, starring Dustin Hoffman and Robert De Niro. So they got the R. Kelly scandal, the Jussie gay scandal, and everything else, the Bill Cosby scandal, all the things. Then they came out with the Soldier Boy Tiger, everything to divert our attention.
Yeah.
Starting at the date that they wanted to indict him and bring him up on charges. So everyone's talking about this malarkey to divert the attention just like they did in that movie.
That's a good point, man.
Preach, brother.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I'm going to use that.
Yeah, so I'm happy that you chimed in, man. We got a few more calls, brother. We always appreciate you calling in, Dino. Keep checking in with us, all right?
Hi, baby.
Hi,
right, cool.
Dino.
Great point,
And
Dino.
that's a great point.
That's a great point, man.
There's a lot of diversions going on out there to try to take the attention off this chump dude. But
Yeah,
what were you saying?
who created the national holidays, like National Donut Day,
Exactly.
What
Bring
the
your
fuck
puppy to work.
Bring your puppy to work day, like, and then there's national. Then I heard that recently there's National Fairy Tale Day.
Wow.
Okay.
Here's one.
I have a feeling like it's somebody up in the hills doing a lot of drugs.
Doing some fucking peyote. Like National Fairy Tale Day?
That might be the dude that pulled his dick out in traffic. He might be the one.
How's about a fairy tale?
He might be the one coming up with it. Hey, we're going to go to a break right now. We're going to be right back after these messages.
Yes.
Hey, we are back. We are back. One more big shout out to my boy Diddy and Ciroc. Big round of applause for Ciroc.
Hey, take that.
Our sponsor, take that. Hey, Diddy, we are drinking responsibly.
Yeah, drink responsibly.
That black raspberry is off the chain. That little lemonade we make with a little things all up in there. We feeling real nice right about
What
now.
kind of things? Like a nice garnish?
Yes. And also, we'll give a shout out to all these people, man. I'm looking at everybody's lives, everybody's Instagrams, everybody's Facebooks.
We have friends.
Oh, my God, all over the world. Like I said earlier, from Maine to Spain, from Chicago to Kilago, from the Big Apple to the Pineapple. Come on, man. They watching the Funny Don't Stop show.
Where is Kilago?
Damn, you straight right on that
Kilago
one.
is at the bottom of Florida.
Oh, okay.
It's like remember Saturday, Kilago.
I mean, I know the song, but I never knew where
That
it
was a
actually
real
It's like
was.
right
That's a
before,
real
it's
place.
before Key West.
There it is.
Exactly.
Okay.
You know what we forgot to give a shout out to, and I have to give because every single week, our YouTube is off the chain. Every single week. This man handles all the audio and the visual, the
Who that
skits
is?
and sketches. Big round of applause for Raul. Yeah, look at it. There he goes, ladies. Yes. He was a Mexican supermodel from 92 to 98.
Yes.
And
He had a nice 6-year run.
he had a 6-year run.
And it stopped in 98. Huh?
Yeah, stopped at 19.
How's that been working out for you since then?
Yep, and then the quesadillas took over. So,
Why is that?
Hey, that will get you.
That's
Them quesadillas will
racist.
get you.
them quesadillas
Now,
so goddamn good.
that was so racist.
But that's so true.
See, that's my homeboy. We can talk like that.
Exactly. No, I do with my friends all the time. Like, go, let me fix you a plate of some rice and beans, bro. They're like, Dara, when I get you some little matzo balls in.
Right. So check out our YouTube every single week. I gotta just dive in real quick, man. Is it just me or is anybody around? Let me just get this out because I know everybody gonna have something to say, but just let me get mine out first. Traffic in Los Angeles.
Oh my God.
Does it frustrate anybody else? If traffic frustrates you, give us a call. 310-986-6610. Let me just tell you my little quick thing. There used to be a thing called rush hour. It is no longer a goddamn rush hour. It is
not.
rush day now because find me where there's just 1 hour of traffic, dude. Let me just give you an example. I was going to one of my boys' birthday parties the other night, right? So I left late. I'm figuring I'm going to get up there around 12.
You went to Dave Brown's party.
Yeah. So I leave my house from the valley at like 11:30, and I get on the freeway, dog. It is bumper to bumper traffic.
At 12 in the afternoon?
At 12 p.m.
At night.
I'm like, is Beyonce and Jay-Z performing at this nigga's party? Is everybody on this freeway going to this party right now? Dude, I got there so late, they were closing.
What?
Do you know how mad I was that I'm getting there? They're like, oh, this shit was amazing. I'm like, nigga, I hate traffic. I hate it. Does anybody else have hate traffic here? I'm just curious.
It's
I hate it.
terrible.
I can't
It's terrible.
stand it, man.
You can't predict anything anymore.
You have to plan your whole day around traffic.
You do.
Like, you have your whole entire day.
You got to block out an hour.
I embrace
Yeah.
I embrace the traffic.
What?
You embrace the traffic.
Dude, I got this app, this audiobook app. And so now I'm
Nerd.
like reading as I'm driving. So I'm like, oh,
So you can
snap.
crash.
I got my
Because you're
headphones.
reading your Thomas guide and shit.
I'm telling you, the audiobooks is playing in my ear, and I'm telling you, it's gonna sound a little weird. I'm listening to this Michelle Obama book right now. I have the actual hard copy, but since I don't have a lot of time, when I get into the car, I do the audiobook when I'm moving, and it's allowing me to move forward in the book
good.
fast. But it's actually pretty cool to hear her voice as she's reading the
Yeah,
whole
actually,
book.
that does
It's
sound
soothing.
dope.
It's
That
soothing.
does sound dope.
Not only just soothing, but you even get a better vibe because when you read something, you're already interpolating how you think the person is actually saying it.
Mm-hmm.
But you're hearing her laughter. You're hearing all her feelings and emotions when she's saying she met him, when she had her first kiss in high school, things of that nature. It's pretty.
So it doesn't make you so mad when you're 3 hours late.
Yeah.
Because Michelle Obama was whistling sweet nothings in your ear during traffic.
Exactly.
No, I gotta give a shout out to my boy. He's gonna be coming on the show in a few weeks. He's a legend in pro football. Everybody give a big round of applause. Reggie Bush, he's listening. Give it up for Reggie.
What up, Reggie?
Reggie, I know you listen. He has a huge golf tournament that he helps out the children in San Diego. That's in a few weeks.
That's awesome.
And I host every year. But this morning on his Instagram, he had a great rant on traffic. He was like, dude, it's so bad in LA now. When you take the back streets, they got traffic.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
The back streets don't even work anymore.
It's so bad. I hate it. Sometimes
He ain't lying about that. It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
I'll admit though, Sed. I'll admit, like there's times I don't mind embracing the traffic. I do too. Like I like, you got the music going, you have on Sirius, I got the comedy stations going or whatever.
Exactly.
But and Dash. Shout out Dash. We listen to Dash in the car
Come
too.
on, Dash Radio.
Dash Comedy Radio too.
Marcus King presents Dash Comedy
So when
on
you're stuck
Dash
in
Radio.
traffic, you can listen to it.
Absolutely. So we have another segment that's coming up right now. We do this every week, and it's coming from Fact Man, and it's called the I Said So segment by Mr. Sed Brass. Holla at us, Sed Brass.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting, man, because y'all can almost pretty much predict now what I'm going to talk about.
What do you mean?
What is the subject matter on what I'm talking about? One of the most primary things that's important to me is being black. And how we define it and all of that is very relevant in today's society. So for me, I'm always thinking, like, what is black? Black is brilliant. Black is strong. Black is resilient. Black is song. Black is infinite, like hip-hop or space. Black is grace. Black is love. Black makes babies. Black babies grow up. Black is tough. Black is hard to do. Black is me. Black is you. Black is not something we get to choose, but it is something we get to cherish. It is something we get to wear, and it is something we get to honor. I am black like my great-granddaddy, and I am black like my great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandmama. Black is lift every voice and sing. Black is letting your freedom ring, resound. Black is an adjective, adverb, color, and noun. I am black. Why? Because I said so.
I love that.
You know what? Don't even clap. Everybody snap your fingers.
Snap.
Y'all snapping
I
fingers.
love that. Sed, that was beautiful. I
All
love that.
praises due
I
to
love
the
it.
honorable Sed. Oh, yeah.
And you can pick up that poem on iTunes this Thursday. Ladies and gentlemen.
That was very, very nice.
I love it.
I love that.
I got something else I want to talk about. I'm just flipping through the news today, and I hear that your little homegirl, Kylie Jenner, is the first, what is it? She's the first billionaire, 21-year-old female, youngest female billionaire. Yeah. I didn't know makeup is that kind of money. Dara, can you tell me? I mean, she's pushing keys. I mean, damn.
I can already predict what's going to happen.
What's going to happen?
She's going to also be the first female to have to split that money on a settlement with the dude that she's with.
Oh, no.
Don't tell me you talking about our boy Travis Scott.
Yeah, Travis Scott needs to actually take her to court. It's going to happen. I'm predicting it.
No, what he needs to do is throw another baby up in her. He needs to throw another baby up in her. Because that's why he's crawling his ass back right now. Because I don't know what his album sales is, but that nigga ain't a billionaire yet. Yeah. So I think he actually fucked up. You heard that they either broke up or, what is it, Savvy? They going through it right now?
They're going through something, to my understanding.
What is it, Doc?
I don't know the whole story, but I know that it had something to do with Instagram. He turned his Instagram account off for like 3 days.
To prove to her.
Yeah. Dude, Instagram.
For 3 days, wow.
But you know what, though, man?
Look how times have changed.
One at a time. Dara, say what you're going to say.
Wow, look how times have changed, really. I'm going to show you and prove to you my love, and I'm going to turn my Instagram account off for 3 days. Go fuck off.
I know, that's like Offset.
So loyal.
Like Offset went in the middle of Cardi B's concert.
Yeah.
Just be like, see, this is how much I love. It's this new generation of
work. Because him and Cardi B are back together. They were vacationing somewhere on the beach, so it worked.
Though Instagram is a vital part of relationships.
No
now, man. It's so
question.
It's like right after what's your name, what's your number, what's your Instagram count, right?
No, to be honest,
you gotta have an Instagram conversation with a female now when you dating her. Are we gonna post each other? Are we gonna like each other? Are we posting pictures of each other? You gotta have a full-on press release conversation when you dealing with a female now on Instagram.
But people ask for your Instagram before they ask for your phone number.
No, exactly.
I prefer it.
Because
I prefer
it's
it.
actually like that gives you a decision on if this is going to go any further.
Right.
I need to get your Instagram before I buy your ass a drink.
Right.
Hold on,
exactly.
bitch. I'm going to the restroom and do a little research, and I'll be right back.
I'm going to go sit in the toilet. I'll be right back.
And find out if I'm going to buy you that $19 martini.
Swipe.
What were you gonna say on that, Savvy?
On what were we talking about?
Wait, hold on. Before we go there, we got a phone call. Caller, welcome to the Funny Don't Stop show on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy Radio. What's up? Where you calling from?
Charleston, South Carolina.
What up, South Carolina?
South Carolina.
Take your shirt off.
Take your shirt off.
Spin around your neck like a helicopter. Oh, yo. Oh, but I forgot. That was, what was his name? What was that rapper's name?
Petey Pablo.
But he was from North Carolina.
That's Petey in the North. You're right. You're right.
He's still killing it in production. He's still killing it, too.
Hey, brother, I want to ask you a personal question. What's your name again?
The name Clyde McDaniel from Charleston, South Carolina.
Clyde McDaniel, your shingle.
My man, Clyde.
Clyde McDaniels, you sound like a nigga that's had a job since you was 3.
Hey, you right, man. Watching the fellas and the family work down here.
Hey, I got a question real quick before you tell me that. I always want to know, because I've performed in North and South Carolina, but what is the difference between North and South Carolina? Like in a nutshell, like a quick way. What's the major difference between, let's just say, the brothers in South Carolina versus the brothers in North Carolina? Explain that real quick.
I mean, just a bigger city. That's all. Bigger city up there. They got the sports, and we don't. That's all. But down there, you know, we a little bit more humble down here. That's all.
Wait a second. You say you got the sports, but isn't Clemson in South Carolina?
Well, Clemson, that's still further up there by Georgia, still up there in Georgia area, further up, Charlotte and, even the Carolina Panthers, they practice out there close by Clemson.
Oh, okay. So talk
upstate. Charleston is, we got the beach and Myrtle Beach. And,
exactly.
Stuff like that, just the beach area.
Okay, so talk to us, man. Did you have a question for us, or you wanted to chime in on something we talked about?
Well, I hear y'all talking about Instagram, and I just get my kids settled, and I want to thank y'all for having Savvy on the show. And
absolutely, big round of applause for Savvy Amusing. Super talented Savvy Amusing. Talk to him. He's listening too. Talk to him. What's up?
Yeah, what's going on, Sav, man? Hope all is well, brother, man.
Yo, what up, Clyde? The barber, what's going on with you, bro?
Hey, everything good, man. I want to say, man, y'all keep doing what y'all doing, because
what
happened?
We lost South Carolina.
Damn, shout out to Clyde, man.
Clyde, you been working all that time and your goddamn phone bill ain't paid?
Damn.
What is going on, Clyde?
Clyde, you know what? Clyde, hop onto Savvy's live and comment and finish what you were saying.
Yo, big ups, though, bro.
Yeah,
I appreciate you taking the time to call in all the way from, South or North?
South Carolina.
South Carolina, man. Big ups to you, big bro.
So did anybody else have anything to say about Kylie Jenner?
Yeah. I was just saying, bro, we're in a era right now, man, to where we can really become millionaires off finessing the entire world.
I know.
If you can do it, man. It's almost like I'm a dude. I'm 5'6".
Yeah.
It's almost like me going to get a surgery and becoming 6 feet. And now I'm selling tall man's gear.
Tall man's gear.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? I hate to say it because Instagram and social media, I always say it's a gift and it's a curse.
It is. It's both.
For the people that are truly talented, it's an amazing thing. I look at it like it's a tool.
Right.
It helps promote what you have going on, right?
Right.
But it's also become for that person that has the talent of a bag of Skittles.
Right.
And they can fuck around and get famous.
They can, bro.
I always try to say this, and I'm not knocking anybody that may be upset when I say this, but just because you take pictures does not make you a model.
It doesn't.
Just because you told one joke for 1 minute on Instagram does not make you a comedian.
Right.
Just because you do one 16-bar wrap-up does not make you a rapper. But unfortunately, if it hits, and it goes viral, you can fuck around and get a deal.
We have a caller.
Now call yourself around. Oh, we got another call. I love it. Caller number 3. What's your name? Where you from? Tell us where you calling from. What you want to talk about?
Man, showing love, man. Showing love. What's going down with it, man? My name is Courtney, man. What's going on? Savvy, what's happening with it, baby?
Hey, what's up, man? What's going on?
Where you calling from?
Man, calling from the city, man. Straight from Los Angeles. What's happening with it?
What's up? Talk to us, man.
Man, just showing love, poking my head in. I'm out right now having a couple of little drinks, but I just wanted to show some love to the crew, man. Love what y'all doing.
Oh, thank you.
Man, y'all keep pushing.
Hey, man, you don't know how much we appreciate that, and we want you to continue to spread the word. Every week we having fun. We got an amazing cast here, and we just trying to, the funny don't stop. You feel me?
Yeah, no doubt.
And the funny just don't stop.
And
man.
this dude here,
know what it
Alex,
do.
this dude here, Courtney's such a cool dude, man, because one day I was at the Comedy Union, and dude looked just like Jay-Z to me, bro.
Shut up.
And I was on the stage, man. I said, man, the Rock is in the building, chicken. I pulled him up on the stage, man.
That's him?
Yeah, that's the dude, man. He was such a good sport about it. He didn't get mad or nothing, man. Dude is just, and he's also a comedian himself, man.
What's your name, man?
Courtney Bates, man.
Courtney Bates?
Yeah.
So be honest. I'm just getting this information. So can I ask you a personal question? And it's just between you and me.
You and me and everyone who's listening right now and everyone on the fucking microphone.
And for the 11 million listeners that listen to Dash every week,
no doubt.
Be honest with me, bro. Do you get pussy because you look like Jay-Z? Has it ever happened? Be honest.
You know what? I'll be honest with you, man. It sometimes has been a hindrance to my personal life. But all in all,
I love when niggas use big words. It's been a hindrance. Nigga, you don't use hindrance in any other fucking sentence in your life.
Very well educated.
Ain't said it to nobody else on this earth.
I'll tell you.
Yeah, man. No. It ain't that bad, man. But at the same time, I do get it sometimes.
Hey, well, put it this way. If I look like Jay-Z, nigga, I would have 6 Jay-Z songs on speed dial immediately that I knew all the words. They'd be like, yeah, you look like Jay-Z. I'd be like, Jigga.
At the same time, you gotta have that.
Yeah, I believe that part.
If I look dead on Jay-Z, I would need that check too, man.
You ain't lying, boy.
You know, whatever.
Hey, thanks a lot, man. We appreciate you calling. We got another call in right now. Appreciate you, bro. All right. Who's next? Caller coming in. Where you calling from? What's your name? Talk to us.
Yo, my name is Cash.
Cash.
That sounds like a kid.
First of all, you sound 11 and 3/4.
Say, are you allowed to be? Are you allowed to?
You got a small child.
Are you allowed to be calling in at this hour? Like at this hour?
Talk to us, Cash. How old are you, man?
I'm 15.
16. That's what's up. So, did your mama name you Cash, or is your name really like Javon Butler or something like that? What's on your birth certificate?
My name is Akash, but I just say it Cash because my friends call me Cash as well. So I just say that.
That is a cool
That's
name.
awesome. That's a beautiful name,
dope,
Akash.
man.
Did you have a question for us, Cash?
Sorry?
Huh?
I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
You got to repeat. Do you have a question, Cash?
Do you have a question, Cash?
No. I was going to say, sorry, bro. I love you, man. I love your content, bro.
That is so dope. Well, we appreciate
dope,
you. You
man.
said
Thanks, homie.
Savvy is hysterical, isn't he?
Yeah, man. He's a legend.
Oh, that's what.
Man, thanks, bro.
Savvy.
Yo, I appreciate you, little man. Appreciate that, bro.
Hey, well, you need to tell everybody in 9th grade to watch the Funny Don't Stop show.
Bad, bro. Bad.
You need to tell everybody.
I'm gonna put a poster.
What'd you say?
I'm going to put a poster in my school to follow you, man.
That's
That's dope, little man. Yo, I appreciate
That's dope.
that, little man, for sure.
Savvy.
Hey, man, here's what you do. Can you hear me?
Yes.
So Savvy sells his T-shirts and everything. What you should do is you should have your mom or somebody buy you one of the T-shirts, and then you take a picture, and then this man who's a legend, he's going to post it on his page.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
To show that you're a big fan and that you support him and also the Funny Don't Stop show. Can you do that?
Yeah, bet, man. For sure.
I got you, man.
That's what's up, man.
I got you.
Now go to sleep. It's past your bedtime, Cash.
That was a good
My
one.
man.
All right, we got any more calls?
No.
Okay, that's what's up, man. So now let's get into this next topic. I just got to dive in, man, and I actually watched 2 nights in a row. Leaving Neverland.
Oh, man.
I didn't see it. I'm so bummed I didn't get to see it.
I don't even know where to start, but I think I'm going to start with Savvy. I think I'm gonna start with Savvy. Savvy, have you seen this? Do you know about it?
I did, bro.
What is your feeling, man? Because man, I'm a little shook up now because of this documentary.
I'm gonna try my best, man, to condense my feelings and my emotion because I want to be fair so everybody can talk. I was hesitant to watch it in the beginning because I felt like it was a personal attack.
Hold on. Before you start, because I want to give you all the time in the world to talk about. We got another call. So we're going to take one more call before we talk about Michael Jackson.
No doubt.
All right, caller, where are you calling from? What's your name? Talk to us.
Damn.
You still dialing? Or are you putting us on a three-way?
The phone's in his pocket.
And what kind of phone was that?
And are you butt dialing the Funny Don't Stop show?
That's one of them house phones. That's that house phone.
All right, so look, you guys, we gonna go in on this Michael Jackson topic. So, Savvy, talk to us.
Yeah, in the beginning, Alex, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was hesitant to watch it.
Right.
Because I felt like, it was a personal attack on the King of Pop, and dude was one of my biggest, heroes and icons when I was a kid.
Yeah.
But I went on ahead and watched it, man, because part of what we do as comedians is listen to topics that's trending and we chime in on it. When I watched it, bro, and I heard some of the things that Michael Jackson was being accused of, I just simply didn't believe it, bro. Because dude was saying some things like, he said, he was going through room by room in Neverland, and he was saying, well, in this room, me and Michael Jackson had sex, and in this room, me and Michael Jackson had sex. So one thing about it, man, is if a grown-ass man, I'm just keeping it real, if a grown-ass man is sodomizing a 7-year-old kid, you mean to tell me you taking grown man dick at 7 and you can still moonwalk, pop lock, you ain't got no hemorrhoids, your ass don't bleed, nothing?
Savvy, too soon for that, too soon.
I mean, I'm just saying, bro, like, come on, bro.
It's funny.
Hey, Alex, you ever been fucking? And
I'm gonna be honest, I'm a virgin. I bought my children.
Okay, you bought your children. But what I'm saying, bro, you ain't never been fucking and accidentally slipped out and that shit went in the wrong hole and your girl
Oh, absolutely. I can't lie. I'm a gangster,
Exactly. So you mean to tell me Michael Jackson can penetrate a 7-year-old and he taking dick and it's just
nothing happened?
I don't believe that. But I'm sorry, I just don't believe it.
I don't think they were talking about penetration.
He used the word sex though, man.
I think they were talking about oral sex.
But he said,
"Oh no, you must have not watched the whole thing."
I watched them both. I watched them both, but I don't think at 7 years old he was talking about. I don't think he was talking about penetration at 7 years old. I think he just used that.
Well, I'm gonna clarify something that I had to rewind it 5 times, and it's on the same topic.
Yeah.
So the dude said for years it was just oral, it was just petting, it was just teaching him doing. He said he didn't really actually penetrate them till he got a little older. At 7 years old, he was teaching them how to touch his, and this is all seriously disgusting.
Yeah,
absolutely. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I feel differently now because I have a son. I have a 1-year-old son, I have a 3-year-old daughter. So I'm looking at this differently. And, Michael is a fabric of all of our lives. Yeah. I'm done with R. Kelly because of what he did. And I'm not going to lie, it was tough. I know every fucking R. Kelly song there ever was. I know every Michael Jackson song. I'm just not ready to say, fuck Michael Jackson. First of all, he's not here to defend himself.
That's one.
And I hate that with a passion. But dude was very graphic when he said, he didn't start penetrating until, not that this is validating it, but when Chili was 13, 14 years old. But he started him off like with the little junior package, like at 7.
Jesus Christ.
I'm not trying to be funny.
I know, because we have to bring light to dark situations.
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
You got to bring light to dark situations. And no pun intended on that dark part either, but
And then another thing I hate is like this guy that we love so much. I see the other side. You hear the stories about he never got to experience a childhood.
Exactly.
And how he was, he almost didn't want adults around him. He wanted people that he can manipulate their minds. I believe all that kind of stuff. And one last thing, because I don't want to just be the only one talking. After watching the documentary,
what do you think?
I feel like these people aren't that good of actors. That is not an Academy Award-winning actor. I felt the emotion from these dudes. I believe their stories, but I don't want to believe the stories. I don't feel like that dude sat there and acted when he got into detail. Like, the crazy part is the parents that slept upstairs.
That's come on.
And let your son, I'm going to tell you,
That's the
you
second
offered
part.
me $100 million.
Everybody's accountable.
If you had me $100 million, Halo and Legend are not going to be in that room by them. I don't give a fuck what year it is. Well, it was or how big they were. Somebody else talk.
They was dropping
the
them
thing
off
about that is,
in Canyon. He dropped the kids off, and remember the parent dropped them off at the Canyon situation or whatever, and just left them with Michael Jackson.
I really think
they were starstruck.
That Wade's mom, if you really paid attention to it, when she felt that they had the opportunity to leave Australia, right? She chose to do that because she felt that her son had talent and she wanted to get some cachet.
Yeah,
They wanted to paint Michael and blame him for breaking up the family, but she did.
Absolutely.
That was her choice.
Remember, she admitted that she fucked up.
Absolutely.
And it's almost like I hate tying the stories
but
together.
She fucked up. She realized that way later after Michael gave him a house and all those kind of things. And I'm really conflicted. I grew up, I have a Michael Jackson shrine at my house. He's tattooed on my arm.
Yeah. Wow.
So it was really, really hard for me to watch.
Yeah.
But I felt I had to watch it. I just had to see what was being said. And
you couldn't turn a blind eye to it.
I couldn't. Again, where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So we know that some of the things he did wasn't, as an adult, you shouldn't do.
Period.
Yeah.
But like
people
Alex
gave him
said,
a pass.
but on the other side, I understood him not trusting anybody and felt like he could trust kids because maybe they just
you can manipulate them,
right?
Even the part when he told him Michael, rehearse what your answers should be. Even the part I hate getting graphic, but hey man, we got to talk about it. Did you see the part where he told the little boy, but this once he was a teenager, was there any blood
in your underwear?
Oh, if so, he goes, I don't know. He goes, I don't know. He goes, well, you need to go home right now and check. So the dude said he went home. Luckily, his mother didn't clean the underwear yet.
She didn't find them.
And he saw.
And threw them away.
And he saw that there was blood in there. Remember, he was saying that was the first time that Michael had actually penetrated him. Because remember, he said he started when he was 7. With the petting and the oral sex and this and that. You know what I mean? It's almost like, I don't feel like the dude's acting, you guys. I don't feel like that's lies. And I hate to tie the two...
Because it's graphic and detailed.
Yeah. I hate to tie the two stories together, you guys, but the whole R. Kelly situation where I blame the people that were surrounding that knew that he had teenage girls upstairs. You know what I mean? I blame them also. I could not be a dude just because you're giving me a check. To walk down a hallway and know that there's a 12-year-old girl in there having sex with you, that would pierce my soul, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
I couldn't sleep with myself.
Yeah.
So I feel like the people that were around these guys are much to blame.
Absolutely.
Well, do you feel like us as citizens, do you feel like we put too much trust in people when they have a celebrity platform just because they have it?
For sure.
Do you feel like we fall in love with the music and we forget that we don't really know the individual?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to add to what you just said, Savvy, I hate to say it,
it's
but
like
a lot
distractions,
of these...
like distractions.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a distraction, but unfortunately, these parents are starstruck.
Yeah.
That too.
So all those little girls, I hate to say it, all those little girls that their mamas was okay with their daughters being at R. Kelly's house.
That's disgusting.
I hate to say it, and I'm not pointing people out, but it's like they're starstruck.
They are.
They wish that they're living vicariously through their daughters. They wish that they were invited to R. Kelly's house. Don't you think that those little white parents, first of all, Mike could get away with anything because they were blown away by Michael Jackson. Who else gets invited on his couch?
Right.
Yeah, I get the outrage, man. And I guess my whole thing, of course, like I always lead in, is always going to be what topic? Blackness, right? And I think that a lot of this is also diverting us, like the caller said earlier, off of the greater, this is how white supremacy is playing itself right now in our community. It's got us all questioning ourselves, questioning our community. We're not even talking about Weinstein. We're not talking about Charlie Sheen. We're not talking about
Trump.
We're not talking about anything of anybody of the sorts that's doing the same thing. Not to negate or from the subject matter that we're talking about with Michael Jackson, but I think it's a point where as black people, we got to come together and we got to deal with these topics within our community. We got to deal with this sickness that we have within our community, but not let it pervade itself in a public forum because that's distracting from what we should be focusing on right now. And this is the game that white supremacy is playing on us because it's making us turn on ourselves. It's making our women turn on us as black men. It's making our mothers turn against their sons. It's making everybody that's black question blackness and question who we are and what we are to each other collectively. So I just, implore people to take a step back. Michael Jackson is gone. He's not here to defend himself. I'm not saying he is right, and I'm not saying he is wrong. But at the greater complexity of what's going on, we got to really look at it in a macro level, not in a micro situation.
Right.
Anybody else have anything to say about
I'm bummed
that?
out because I didn't get to catch this. So I wish I
I'm sure
I can't
you know the story though.
I know the story, but I wish I saw all the little details that you guys were watching.
It's one of those things that if you can stomach it, you do have to. Like Alex said, watch it. You got to watch, and you got to watch it a couple times just to kind of make sure that you can dissect it. Because again, it's really hard for me to talk about it. But just being real, like a lot of the, I mean, I did find some holes in the story. There were some things that I felt that was very questionable, but their stories were similar too.
Yeah. So, but by stories being similar, meaning like, okay, that means things are tying together here.
Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
We got to talk about Oprah Winfrey's involvement.
What is the heat that's going on? Fill me in, guys. Fill me in.
She's got a lot of backlash because after the 2-day documentary, she went to interview these guys, the two main people that have testified and said all these things. So,
along with the director of the documentary.
Did she do this? Did she do this interview like live, just like on the fly?
Yeah.
Like this is so fresh and new.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
Live studio and everything. But I guess
Live,
people are like, Oprah, how can you do this? He was a friend of yours, or he would. Yeah, but I mean, I'm not mad at Oprah because that's her job. She's still a journalist.
She's a journalist.
She's a journalist. She's been one of the best to ever do it to get to the bottom of these stories.
It sounds like she probably wanted to read them and see really like what it is on her own.
Exactly.
She probably wanted to pick up on their energy and see if she can feel this out her day.
And if there's anybody they're going to open up to, it's going to be Oprah.
Does it seem like black people are more outraged about that than anybody else because it was Oprah and not necessarily attacking Michael Jackson, but for lack of a better word, attacking him?
Or you say
it seemed like it was black folks that was really more upset.
Why is Oprah getting heat?
And also, it's good, just to got an update, not changing the subject, it's in the same line. Anybody know that R. Kelly is actually interviewing today?
It'll be on tomorrow.
He interviewed today with Gayle King. So he had to sit down with Gayle King.
Oh, yes. Jesus Christ.
And start crying.
Oh, God.
He started bawling.
So I'm ready to see this. This is going to be one of the highest rated. I'm kind of a little disappointed about the whole Gayle King part. I wish it was somebody like Oprah. But at the end of the day, we can get the knockoff Oprah.
But have you seen any snippets of it? Because she kind of goes hard on him a little bit.
Let's just hope he gets to the bottom.
Gayle is a G.
Because she was throwing softballs with Jussie Smollett, though. She was throwing softballs with Jussie Smollett. She impressed Jussie Smollett.
I didn't see that. I didn't see that one.
I just got into an argument about this. She didn't interview Jussie Smollett. It was Robin Roberts.
Because remember
she presses R. Kelly.
Remember the first R. Kelly interview that was on BET? He dodged every single question that they threw his way. I feel like
he should never interview them.
He should have never interviewed. But now that's why I'm curious as to know what this is about, because if he ever, this is the worst time. We got a phone call. Where you calling from? Where you at? Give us your name. Holla at us.
What's up, caller?
Yo, it's LeBron James.
What up, Jinx? Sound like you calling us from Cell Block H, brother. I heard you don't get good reception up there in Folsom. You between the walls? Where you at, bro?
Yo, it's the Wi-Fi in New York.
Oh, you in New York? What up, son?
There's one of Savvy's.
What up, Dun?
What about New York? What part of New York you from?
What's up, son?
What up, Sean? What up, Dun?
What part of New York you calling from?
What up, son?
What part of New York you calling from?
Brooklyn.
BK to the fullest, son. Talk to us, yo.
What question do you have? What question do you have for us?
These are all Savvy's people, man. He just want to talk to Savvy.
Savvy hired everyone.
Give him a voice,
Let us know what you try to say, baby. Baby.
So talk to us. You got a question?
Do you have a question?
Yeah, I got a question.
Oh, there's another person.
Question.
Are you his manager? It's not like you handed the phone to the Jew. They asking questions. Answer that shit.
There's always that one Jew. Goddamn.
What's the question, bro?
Damn it. Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah.
It's a sports question, though. Is the Lakers making the playoffs this year?
Well, we were going to get around to that, and I'm happy you brought that up because I'm real sad and upset right now. I'm going to let Savvy...
It's fine because...
But it's okay because that's a cool-ass topic. Yeah. Savvy, right now, and we're in hot water.
It was easy to answer his question, man. Unfortunately, and I'm a diehard Laker fan, but...
Same here.
No.
Is it definite? Is it definite?
It's definite,
It's definite.
We don't even have a chance?
No.
Tell us how you really feel, Savvy.
1%.
So how many games are left?
Well, it's like,
I don't know.
It might be, I think, like 13.
25%.
Yeah, 13.
So we won't make it, bro. It's impossible.
Will we even be in the lottery to get a good draft pick?
We'll definitely get anywhere between the first to third pick in the first round for sure.
Yep.
But,
this is kind of sad because it's crazy when you think of LeBron's career and what he's done in the last 15 years.
I know, but one thing about it with LeBron though, one thing that he learned is transferring over, which I believe he knew already. The man is a basketball genius.
Yeah,
he knew that coming to the Western Conference. It's a
be
whole new world in the West. And then you got all these young guys, 1 season or 2 seasons. It was going to be a very hard task to pull off, bro.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think it's going to have to be, beyond a major transition because they might have to let go damn near the whole team. We have a good idea who they're going to keep. You want to try to keep Kuzma. You want to try to keep, hopefully, Balls, he's a bargaining chip. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're definitely going to have to get at least 1 to 2 other stars.
Yeah.
To even compete. Hopefully we can get AD.
Yeah, maybe. Hopefully, man.
You know what I mean?
And we need help.
He's on the way.
AD's on the way.
I just
what
had
do
to
we think
practice.
about Kyrie?
Kyrie's
do you
on
think
the
he would he come? But Boston locked him down.
They would have to trade for Rito, I think.
We don't have that many bargaining chips on our team. It's going to have to be people just going, look, I want to come to L.A.
Yeah.
I know what this dude could do. Obviously, he did all he could. And for his body of work, for just automatically getting to the playoffs all these years. How many years in a row playoffs for LeBron?
I don't know. I think it was 8.
It was 8, bro.
It was 8 consecutive. 8 consecutive.
I think Kyrie's a viable option though.
I believe so too.
The fact that he made the call and he humbled down and he's like, you know what, this league he's got problems with his co-players over at Celtics.
There's an issue in Boston. There's an issue.
But Boston ain't gonna do nothing to help us.
The whole league.
Very true.
Oh no, they do not want to. They're
not gonna help us not one bit.
Well, he ain't got to trade because I think he in the last year of his deal, so he a free agent next year.
Oh well, yeah. Well, Kyrie's on the way.
Aren't you guys impressed? I'm like, because I know shit about what you're talking about. I'm such a good actress. I'm like, that's great. I know. Whoa, tell me more about that. What? Savvy what? What do you mean? Yeah. No way. 2 points? What? Get out of here. Boss? Oh, yeah, I like that guy. He sounds great. I love sports, though.
But if you're going to get a black man, you got to do your homework and do your research.
Excuse me?
If you're going to get a black man.
I have a black man in my life.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Tell us about it, Dara.
Well, I should rephrase that.
So go ahead, tell us about it.
And let me ask you something, Sed. And to keep a black man, I don't have to keep a black man by knowing the sports stats, son.
Okay.
Hey, that makes sense. Well, we got a caller. Maybe it's a black man.
It might be a.
Maybe it's a black man.
Go ahead.
Caller, what's your name? Where you calling from? Holla at us.
What's up, caller?
Hello?
You're done.
Right, next.
All our callers got to get better phone service. I don't know. Is AT&T?
They must got AT&T like me. Alex hate calling me. I was trying to talk to Alex one day. Alex got frustrated. He's like, my God, Savvy, I wish that I can hear you. But I just can't.
No, here's the crazy part. We'll get somebody calling from Culver City and you can't hear them, but if somebody call from Greece, it sounds like they in the room. He sound like he is directly in front of me. I'm like, damn, what kind of service do y'all have in Greece?
Man.
You know what it is they waiting, so we don't have a receptionist or nothing, so they just waiting on hold. And so when they finally get off the hold, they don't even know that they released from hold.
Yeah, that's probably what it is.
They just sitting there with their phone on mute, and by the time they react, we done already moved on to the next
that's
caller,
what it is,
because they got ready. So if you're on hold, just hold on deck. Like, we don't answer you if you on the call. I promise you.
Right. We had a couple of sad situations in these last 2 days too, man. We got to cover that. Rest in peace, Luke Perry. That was a very, very sad story.
Yesterday, that happened yesterday.
Yeah, homeboy passed away from
Dylan
90210.
McKay, Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah, so rest in peace. Our condolences go out to his family. And also comedian Brody Stevens. I knew him a long time, fellow Comedy Store comedian. He committed suicide. It's very sad. Anybody out there, man, if you're going through personal problems, it's never worth that. You can always get help. There should be somebody that you can talk to. Another Keith Flint.
Yeah, Keith Flint, a prodigy.
Yeah, so
it was another suicide.
He really?
Yeah, Keith. Yeah,
wow.
Yeah. That's two. And there's actually not. I'm sorry to cut you off, but you said if you get sad or depressed, there's a number I want to give you guys.
Yeah,
there's actually you can actually text because some people don't want to talk on the phone. Some people don't want to engage. It's a very touchy. Whether you're depressed or whatever, you can actually text 741-741, and somebody will. It's a crisis worker will text you right back immediately and continue to text you.
Yeah.
Repeat that number one more time. If you're going through it right now and you feel like there's no way out, there's always somebody out there to help you guys. So give them that number one more time.
Text 741-741.
There we go. We got one more caller.
Every time my bills come in.
Right.
Yeah. It's
Let me save them.
Oh, I know how it is, bro.
Oh my
Man,
God,
no, you don't.
Savvy.
Hey, man, the rent is the rent is $2,700. You only got $300 in the bank. You be like, man, give me that goddamn number.
Hey, Alex,
Savvy
does
goes,
money
"No,
make
you
you
don't."
happy, man?
Huh?
Does money make you happy?
Hey, man,
I've
like-
always wanted to ask a rich man, does money make you happy? Because I'm so tired of rich people saying it does not.
Hey, man, all I got to say is like that song Biggie and Diddy said, more money, more problems.
More money, and that's true, huh?
You know what I mean? It honestly is, man. Obviously you have different problems in different stages of your life. Hey, man, I had problems when I was a broke stand-up comic with $11 in my pocket. I still had problems.
Right.
Now I'm just a married man with 2 kids, and I own a lot more things now, but still, that don't stop my problems. I just got more problems.
Yeah.
So it's all relevant. Real quick, because we got 2 minutes. We have one last phone call. Caller, where you from? The caller left? Oh, okay.
You know what I think is weird now too, Alex, man? It's like, I'm always on some esoteric stuff. I think it's a lot to do with the new moon right now.
Call?
Okay, the call came back in.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus,
No,
sorry.
hold that thought. We have one more caller before we get off the air. We always love callers. Callers, what's your name? Where you calling from?
Caller.
Hello?
Hey, how you doing? What's your name?
Hey.
What? Y'all answered the phone? All right.
Come on, we keep that shit real here at the Funny Don't Stop Show.
Let's go.
That's what's up.
What's your name, gorgeous? What's your name?
My name is Tamika, #TDMO.
Okay. Tika, you sound like you just got your nails did. You got your brand new weave. Everything. Nigga done paid his child support and everything. What's your question? What's your question real quick? Because we about to get off the air. Talk to us.
Okay, I didn't know what y'all was talking about. I'm trying to join in. I seen some people talking about R. Kelly. I wanted to know what Savvy think about that shit.
Savvy, what do you think about it?
What you think about that shit?
Yeah, Savvy, he's your neighbor. Tell him about it.
Savvy just went from smiling to what?
Savvy, tell us about your friend R. Kelly.
Me personally, and I, like my old pastor used to say when I was a kid, I'm not trying to make nobody mad now, but I gotta tell the truth.
Yeah.
That's right.
I feel like the brother is way past due of the justice that's boomeranging around to hit him. I'll say that to say this too. I love the man's music because I'm a person that love people for their talent and not them as an individual. So I'm trying to judge it straight down the middle. I love his music, but him as a person, I feel like he's a sick fuck.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well, there you have it, girl. And I appreciate you calling the Funny Don't Stop Show.
you,
We're about to be
Tamika.
off the air. Spread the word. The Funny Don't Stop Show, okay?
Thanks,
Oh, we
Tim.
got one more call. We love the callers. What's up real quick? We got 2 more minutes. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Caller.
Hi, Snow Bunny 702.
Okay, hold on. We have one more. Let's get rid of her.
All right, one more call before we get off the air at the Funny Don't Stop Show.
Go.
Caller.
Please on the way.
You know what? Savvy's paying people to call in.
on the way.
This
We
shit's
love
rigged.
it. We
Yo, these
love
calls
on the
are
way.
rigged.
Yeah, baby.
We love it. We love it. What's up, man? Talk to us real quick. We about to get off the air.
Oh man, I just want to say I love the show, man. The show's dope, man. The page, man.
Thank you.
Yo, man,
cool.
we all definitely appreciate that, man. We appreciate the support and you taking the time to call, man, to let us know you fucking with us, man. We fucking with you right back, bro.
Absolutely. We're going to be on every week, 8 o'clock to 9:30 Pacific time. If there's anybody out there that does not know, all you have to do is download the free app at Dash Radio. Click on Marcus King Presents Dash Comedy at Dash Radio. And we really appreciate you guys supporting us. And we are out of here at the Funny Don't Stop Show.
I'ma press play every time.
The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop. Hey. The Funny Don't Stop Show. The Funny Don't Stop.